No, yeah, I'm very confident in the place I've chose, and so yeah, can I say it?
You're a junior right now. You just changed schools. You just moved from LA to Tennessee. A lot of big things happening for you. You are literally like overtime's dude. Like anyone that knows how hard we were rooting for Tyler Herro in the NBA Finals, like we were just as hard for Skyy Clark, anything he does. So it's all you. What are you gonna be doing in 2 years from now when you go to college?
I will be.
Oh, there it is.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Is that Big Blue Nation?
Yes, sir.
You didn't pick West Virginia. They weren't even in your top 5.
They already got a point guard.
And they already got a great point guard. They already got a great point guard.
But you got 2 years left. I got 2 years. I'll be out of here. Hey, but I am very excited for you. It's not my school, not my colors, but I know how much that means to you. I know you're excited. What are you feeling right now? How excited are you? You wishing these next 2 years go by quick? Are you ready to get into Lexington?
Yeah, I'm definitely ready. The city, they've shown nothing but love, from the fans to the coaches to the players, even players aren't even there anymore. But yeah, I'm super excited and relieved because those Hoopers know that recruiting process. It's fun in the beginning, but near the end, it starts to get a little too much.
Yeah, talk about that. Like, you kind of gone back. I feel like you've had your list and you cut it down. You added some schools. And how long ago did you lock in on Kentucky, thinking that was the spot?
Well, it's always been back and forth between Gonzaga, UNC, Kentucky, Memphis, and UCLA. Those are like the main 5. I never got a official scholarship from Gonzaga, but they actually recruited me the hardest. But yeah, no, I feel like the last 3 weeks I've just been praying about it, and I really felt like Kentucky was the best spot for me as a player and as a person. And then, like, after watching the bubble as well, just seeing all the Kentucky players, I don't think there was one Kentucky player that didn't go to work. And so there's just they breed NBA players.
Yeah, we talked about that a ton on the podcast here. Like AD, Jamal Murray, Devin Booker, like the list goes just on and on and on. Of course, like our guys, Tyler Herro, Jordan grew up with him, and Overtime's been following him forever. Him specifically, like, was seeing him and knowing that he went through the Kentucky process. He was like he's probably the youngest guy who's really killing it in the league from Kentucky. What was seeing him do so well in the playoffs, and how did that impact your decision at all?
Now, that was huge because, Jordan could probably attest to this. Like, I always loved Tyler. I've been watching Tyler since high school. And, but I don't think anybody really expected him to do what he did in the playoffs, especially being so young. And it was his first playoff experience. But just seeing that, it like really just further grew my love for what they do, for what Kentucky does. Kind
of a weight just lifted off your shoulders, right? When I look back in terms of what I'm thinking about when I choose West Virginia, it comes down to like 2 things for me. It comes down to culture and coaches. Yep. So culture at West Virginia is, we play extremely hard. We're going to try to outwork everybody in the country. And Coach Hugs is everything, just like I said, he embodies the culture. What would you say, Calipari, how did he strike you? Did he say anything specifically? Did you see anything on visits? Did you hear anything from, past guys that really cemented it for you? Like, yeah, I need to wear, Kentucky blue.
Yeah, it was a lot of things. Like you said, coaching and culture, those like the 2 main things. And then also another big thing for me is like how the fan base like welcomes me. And when I dropped my top 4, I gave like each school like their own post on Twitter, and Kentucky got the most love, and that was a huge thing for me as well. And but just everybody knows Coach Cal, like his record and what he does with his players and how he uses his guards. And also just talking to past UK players and even current UK players, because Devin asked you who's there right now. I watched him since I've known him since he was in 8th grade. I was in 6th grade.
Yeah, he's a Cali boy too, right?
Yeah, we've came up together. But just talking to them, and then talking to me and Coach Justice, the assistant coach, we built an amazing relationship over the last year or 2.
When you think back to visits and stuff like that, did you get a chance to kind of sit down with Cal? What's his kind of message to you as an incoming guard, who he's had a lot of success with at that position, at pretty much every position? But what is he kind of talking to you about in terms of what your outlook should be in the next 2 years here?
I want to take more visits, but since COVID, I've only taken 2 unofficials, and my first one was to UCLA, and the second one was to Kentucky. And I sat down in person with Coach Cal, and we just talked, and he was telling me about his past players and stuff. And then he was just telling me, what I love about him is he keeps it real. He doesn't try to sugarcoat anything. And he says, you're not guaranteed a starting spot or nothing. He said, but if you work hard and you play defense and you give it everything you got, then you're going to do just fine here. And that's me. Whatever I do, I try to give it 110%, and I'm always working hard on and off the court. So I just feel like me and Coach Cal, we just have similar personalities in that aspect.
Does Coach Cal already know that you're committing, or is he finding out right now like everyone else?
Oh no, he already knows.
What was that conversation like?
I'm gonna trick them tonight. I'm gonna call Coach Justice or Coach Cal. I'm be like, yeah, I'm gonna reopen my decision. Mess with them.
What was it like the conversation when you finally told him? Is that just like a phone call? How does that work?
No, it was on it was our last Zoom call we had with them, and I just broke the news. I felt super comfortable. My family felt super comfortable, and I just felt like this place God was leading me.
Jordan, how did you do yours with West Virginia? I feel like I've never heard that from you.
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about that. I verbally committed. Over the phone. I was like leaving, like I just went to I was just working out like every other day, finished like a shooting workout, and didn't tell my mom, didn't tell my dad, didn't tell anybody. I was just finishing my sophomore year. We just got off a state championship my sophomore year, and Coach Martin, who recruited me here to WVU, hadn't kind of heard from me in a little while, but he was kind of starting to push the whole, hey, if you ever feel comfortable pulling the trigger, we're ready for you. I got done with a workout and just like kind of felt it in my gut. I have like a terrible impulse with things like this, and I just called him. I said, hey coach, how does Wednesday sound for a commitment? He's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna commit this Wednesday. I'm gonna announce it publicly, but I want you and Hugs to know that I'm on my way. And he was like, okay, let me get up from the dinner table. I had no idea we were even gonna talk tonight, but that's how it went. Then I told my parents, and my mom's like, okay, I guess he's going to West Virginia. So it's kind of like an impulse, but Skyy knows this. Once you really get around the fan base of, like, for me, West Virginia, for him, Kentucky, and you get around the culture of the program itself, it all comes together and you just get this kind of click moment. And I'm assuming that's what you had too, Skyy.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Did a lot of your recruitment come from that AAU season with Strive for Greatness? Obviously, you guys were kind of like the biggest thing on the AAU map. You, Bronny, Dior, Devontae. Like, is that where a lot of your recruitment came from?
Surprisingly, I believe that's what really started it, but I didn't really start getting offers till sophomore year. I got a few my freshman year, but yeah, sophomore year is when it really started taking off.
Really, really cool that we got, you to jump on the pod. If people, that listen to our show weren't following you, they will be following you now, man. There's nobody who doesn't like Skyy Clark.
Skyy, you might have the highest approval rating of any player we've ever worked with. Jordan is on the opposite side. He had a lot of haters when he was in high school. I think he's turned them now that he's got his podcast on here, and people are seeing that, he's smart and a normal person. But Skyy, I mean, you've impacted overtime as a whole. Honestly, we've started to do some of our own stuff, trying to get involved in the community, and honestly, it's seeing players like you and Jordan who have done stuff in their own right. It's made us want to be better as a company. So I just want to say thank you and congratulations, man. You're going to Kentucky. That is like, I keep thinking back on all the players that have been there and like all the NBA dudes and like not just NBA dudes, like good people, and you got a really good future ahead of you. I know you still got some time left before you even head there, so enjoy these next couple of years. before you hit the big time.
I would, bro. Thank you so much, y'all.
All right, Skyy, stay in touch, bro. Appreciate you coming on. Everybody, that was Skyy Clark. Make sure you go follow him on all socials, as well as Subject to Change, myself, and Overtime Tom. We'll be back next week with another episode. Stay tuned and find out who the guest is. It's going to be hard to top with this one. Skyy, appreciate you, bro. We'll talk soon, okay?
All right, see y'all.
Yeah, Larry's rocking iced tea. And we out here with the video. Yeah, so you got to subscribe, B. Hey. Check the link in the bio real quick so you can cop that new apparel. We out here. Stop playing with us.